So hello everybody, welcome back. So I haven't done these videos about survival zombie for a while. Um, I'm really sorry about that because quite frankly it's one of my favorite topics. I do like to watch zombie series and movies and play zombie video games. Um, Actually, I was watching The Walking Dead until uh, the the series turns out to be kind of like fighting against other humans and stuff like that. That's where I drew the line. Quite frankly, I did not like that idea in the series. I mean, the whole point about you having a zombie series is you fighting zombies, right? And you trying to figure out what the hell to do, when these things happen. It's about the part of you not fighting, other humans, because we already do that, and there is the whole topic will not be zombies; it will be war. And quite frankly, I'm not a fan of that one. So anyway, so if you wanted to buy me a coffee, you can do that in the link down below. So thank you very much for that one. And if you want to help me out, you can also send an Amazon gift card. And I do have some books in Gumroad. I do hope that people that see them tell me what they think, because I want to improve and I want to get better at several things. So thank you for your help and the opportunity and the comments and stuff like that, because it's important. Anyway, so what is this survival zombie? So basically, in Spain and in other countries, they pick a town, and in this town people play roles as in survivors and zombies. So you pay a little bit of money to play this thing. You have a handkerchief in your side, so that you can know which person is a zombie already and which person is not, or whatever. And obviously, they're not going to bite you or something. They just the zombie is supposed to just touch you. And if somebody, who is a zombie touches you, then, you automatically can leave the game, or, you can choose to stay and continue playing as a zombie. There are places in the town in which you can stop to rest and stuff like that. This I do not know if it was a real pandemic for zombies or something like that. I do not know if you will be able to enter a restaurant and just sit there and do nothing, or just wait there. But it is within the possibilities, because there is people that will continue working like normal, even though that there are zombies outside the door, and there is people that will be caught in the middle of the zombies because they are filming it, with their cell phones, and they're probably doing a live stream of the thing. If this was real, this is an issue. I have already mentioned this in other videos. And I haven't been in one of these games. I am just doing the reviews on a couple of people that have been there. In these, games, you need to be prepared physically because you will be running. You need to be prepared mentally because you will be facing choices like in real life thing, because it is a role game, as in you are your own character. It's kind of like you being in a video game, only this one is kind of real, and the guns are allowed only for certain characters and stuff. And the guns are paintball, so that you're not going to be that injured or whatever. And you will probably need some sort of protection, like vest and stuff like that, for the paintball and stuff. And it's kind of weird. Not everyone will have the guns in the game. So anyway, several things that I have mentioned in the other videos. are kind of like what you're supposed to do, what you're not supposed to do, things that you're supposed to be aware, things that, are important. So this video is going to continue on the topic that in the game you have to choose between three groups of people. The ones that are, for the corporation, who created the virus and stuff, because they play that role. They are kind of like mercenaries and stuff that, you just kind of go where the money is, or you do what you're told by the people that you follow, and, and that's it. If this was a zombie reality thing or whatever, this group will actually exist, because there will be military people that will be trying to contain the virus or whatever. There will be military people that will very likely, have to protect and travel with scientists and stuff. So I think that in reality, this group will actually exist. There is group of people that will have to, that they are kind of like spies and traitors and stuff, because in the game you are supposed to play for the corporation or against the corporation, meaning people that know that this thing was created by some lab. It's kind of like you playing Resident Evil, okay? Kind of like you can work for Umbrella or you can work against Umbrella. And then, these people that are against Umbrella, obviously they are people that in the games they are told that they are supposed to gather evidence, photographs, videos and stuff, and then they have to put them into headquarters for other people who are also gathering information. It's kind of like a united front against the zombie creator things, because the zombie corporation is supposed to be creating a vaccine, and they want everyone to take the vaccine. And it's like, they are fighting. The two of those groups are fighting. And so you're given a choice between staying with the corporation, playing against the corporation with the resistance, and the third choice is that you play neither, as in you just try to make it through the whole course of the game, which has like, in an entire sometimes they take an entire city, sometimes they take an entire town, and they are like, let's say 20 checkpoints. You're supposed to do something like save a survivor, help somebody else, whatever it is that they are doing, they're telling you. And you have to go through the checkpoints, 20 of them, and then you go to the helicopter. And at the end, you can actually ride the helicopter, and then you leave, And at that point, you just won the freaking game. So some people are going to play the role for longer, meaning if you decide to, you're going to be there for like in an adventure, and they will be changing towns and stuff. They will ask you, to come to the next game, and you can be the same character, and you will have history recorded in the game, within the game. So, this girl, for example, she has been in several games. So she even has a note that says that she is wanted because she is playing against the corporation. And she has a note saying that she's wanted, and she even has a reward thing about, because the corporation is saying that they're going to give 10 coins or 10 gold coins or something for her or whatever. It's insane because, now every time that she goes place, everybody kind of knows who she is. And so it's kind of hard, And there are other people that are just entering the game. So you don't know who is from the corporation and who is not from the corporation. And I do believe that this will be a real thing. You will have a hell of a lot of snitches. People that will snitch on you, your neighbors, your family, your friends. Because if there is actually a zombie outbreak or something, and the government is asking, who do you think have symptoms or something? Hell, for all I know, you might have hidden enemies that will call the government in the hotline or whatever and say, hey, my neighbor, who I happen to hate, but I'm not saying that. My neighbor is a zombie. So, so the government will come and try to take you out because according to your neighbor, you are a zombie. But the thing is that your neighbor hates you, so they did it out of hate. So, oh crap, in real life, this is going to be a nightmare. We are in hard times here in my country, and I can tell you that snitching within communities is really, really, really bad. Bad to the point in which if you wanted to turn Venezuela into Cuba, you could, because a lot of people are snitching on your own neighbors because they actually believe, in that. So, and by the way, and there will be people that will just because out of spite and out of hate, they will snitch on you. So this one is a real thing. So in the game, she's talking about, how she cannot trust anyone because she doesn't know who is playing for the corporation and who is playing against the freaking corporation. But she's trying to get samples for the vials and stuff, and she has to, oh crap! And by the way, she died in one of the games, and it was insane because in the role they were all playing and they were all following the captain, and the captain was an idiot. Oh crap! And by the way, this will also happen in real life. In real life, a lot of people will follow idiots. Like, for example, in real life, I'm talking real life, there will be idiots that will say, hey, we don't have gasoline. Let's just go and attack the freaking gasoline truck, and then they just take the freaking gasoline. And then there will be a hell of a lot of people that will follow that idiot. And oh crap, and then she says, oh crap, sometimes if you stick to the people that you're following, you have to know when to quit. Like if the guy that you're following says, okay, we are going to hit and attack a truck filled with gasoline, trying to get the freaking gasoline, you can expect that thing to blow up any minute. And oh crap. So the girl says that during the game there were several times in which there were captains and stuff like that that were playing with the guns and saying that, okay, I have the guns, so I rule. Oh crap! In real life, that will actually happen because you will have a hell of a lot of gangs trying to take over the entire city or neighborhood or whatever, and we have been dealing with that, and I can tell you, it's not pretty. And at this point, women are going to be different than men or whatever, but, continuing with the game, she was also saying, that there is a lot of people that need to stop the game because of a family emergency and stuff, and you are allowed to do that. All you have to do is call a timeout or something, and then you go and then you take care of your family emergency because you're playing the game, but you don't know who the hell is going to call you to say something like like a death or whatever. So you are allowed to leave the game. However, in real life, if you have an emergency and there is a zombie outbreak, the zombie outbreak is not going to wait for you. It's insane, but the zombie outbreak will not wait for you. And the world will continue moving. So if you don't have a backup system, as in, enough money, enough gasoline, enough food, enough, whatever it is that you are having to need or whatever, you might find yourself in a pretty hard spot. Especially when you're dealing with all the grief and all the anger of having somebody that you're missing and whatever, and it's insane. In the game, there were also separations. I have been talking about that people, when they get separated, you're supposed to have a walkie-talkie or something. She was saying that weather also affects the games, because if you have to run and it is it is raining outside or whatever, it is it's kind of weird. And she was also saying that in the game, they wanted to give certain groups the vaccine, and certain other groups they wanted to deny the vaccine. So I was kind of like, right. So for example, if you were in the resistance, you were not supposed to get the vaccine because you are against it or whatever. And the people that were trying to go, that were not against the corporation or not for the corporation, but they were trying to get through the checkpoints. They were asked to take tests and stuff like that to make sure that they were not zombies and other things, and I don't know. So if there was an actual zombie outbreak or whatever, I will want to assume that you might need to have a plan depending upon the season. And you might be like, kind of like, what? Well, the point about this is let's say that you are in my country, or you're in Canada or something. Okay, if you are in a place in which you are not going to get water no matter what, because there is no water from the pipe, and there is no rainy season. Let's say that you are in summer, in a very, very hot summer, like they have in Spain. I mean, there were people outside that were literally frying an egg. They were taking pans and putting it to the floor, and you could fry a freaking egg. So, do you think that you're going to get water in that place? So, if it is summer, you really probably need to move away from the city and move towards a place that has a river nearby, and you better have a plan about how the hell you're going to get water from there, because if it is a river, that river is going to probably have gangs or whatever. In a zombie outbreak, that river is going to probably be filled with zombies and animals and a hell of a lot of other things. So, I don't know. So she was saying, about the experience, because you can have the experience during one whole night, or sometimes during the whole weekend. And she even went to a zombie survival game that was in a cruise. So basically, she spent the whole weekend from Friday until Monday morning, surviving the zombies inside a cruise boat. And so she needed to help the captain and stuff, trying to get the cruise coming back to Earth. To coming back to land. So they couldn't afford to have the captain beating or something, because otherwise who the hell is going to handle that? And so they needed to learn who the hell is going to cook during the whole weekend, who the hell is going to handle the fuel, the machines. Oh crap, that one was insane. And at this point, I can tell you right now that when you are in hard times and in real life, if you don't have somebody that might be able to repair cables, electrical cables that might have fallen down because of a tree that just happened to be nearby during a storm, and the tree went down and it took down the freaking cable. Oh my God, during a zombie outbreak, there will be nobody that will put up that cable up. And if there is nobody that will put the cable up, you are not getting electricity. So, oh hell, you're going to probably need to know a hell of a lot of people and a hell of a lot of understanding, as in, how does the water work? How does the electricity work? And more importantly, having means to probably move around, because you are probably going to need it. And also, if you are moving around, there will be people that will be also moving around, and they will probably shoot your tires or whatever to try to get the things that you have. I was watching the TV series about some Black Summer or something. The first season, I watched it, and there were several things that were right, several things that were not, not at all correct. but there were others that kind of were. Because some people will actually lose their minds over the zombies. I mean, come on, all you have to do is watch what is happening right now. There is a hell of a lot of people that because they have to stay home or whatever, they have lost their minds. And, there is more people committing suicide, more people doing this, so you kind of understand what will actually happen if there was a zombie apocalypse, except for the fact that during a zombie apocalypse, you will not have the system working. Because who the hell is going to run to a road to try to, pick up the cables and try to repair them if there are zombies all over that road or all over that place? Or how the hell are you going to get the gasoline to try to get that thing? So, it's a whole new deal. Because like I have mentioned before, during these I will say drills, because these games are kind of drills. They are fun, okay? The point about these drills is that you have fun. You also need how to help to handle unexpected situations. And also you will have to learn, what to carry, what not to carry. You will learn if you can run, if you cannot run. You will learn what to do if you get separated from your group. You will learn, a hell of a lot of things about yourself, like will you be willing to abandon other people? Will you be is your instinct going to be running all the time without caring for other people that are behind you? And also your instincts are going to be sharpened, because when you are running in straight streets, it's not the same as curvy kind of streets, and they are not the same as you running flat streets rather than uphill or downhill or stuff like that. And you will need to learn how the hell to orientate yourself, because you don't have time to look at your cell phone or do whatever, because you are being chased. And the whole point of this is that you are learning a hell of a lot about yourself and a hell of a lot about other people. Because at this point, you will learn that people are snitching, people are, you will learn that several people do not care about anything other than just trying to get to the freaking helicopter, because only the first 50 people that get to the freaking helicopter are the ones that are leaving. All the other people that didn't sign up for being one group or the other are just going to be left behind. And if you don't get, it's like there is an actual price for you to get to the freaking helicopter. But at this point, there will be people that are participating with their kids who are 7 or more, because the whole point is that you try to teach them how to think on their feet. This will help them later on when, let's say, God forbids that, there is an attack or something, and they do not know how the hell to think on their feet. Oh my God, So the whole point of this is that you are having fun by doing this. And the whole point of doing these games is that, that you try to get into the role. Because if you're going to go there and you're going to be like, yeah, there is no zombie. Yeah, there is nothing. No, I'm just going to sit there. What the hell? You just went there because the whole point is that you're trying to get into the freaking role. You're trying to understand the whole thought process of a new situation. The whole thought process of you handling unexpected things. There are other role games that are kind of weird. There is one that is called The Box, in which you are locked into a room, and this one is also about zombies, okay? There are zombies outside the house, and you are trapped with scientists in a room, and you need to get the scientists free out of the freaking room. It's like you being in the Resident Evil game. So there are a lot of puzzles that you're supposed to be doing to unlock every door until you can get out of the freaking box. And the freaking box has 7 rooms in it, and you have a time limit. So, oh crap, that one, I swear to God, I think that one is the worst, because, that one is kind of like you need to know math, you need to know how to do statistics, you need to know a little bit more about logic, a little bit about, puzzling, a little bit about, knowing what is out of place. And this is something that, it's kind of cool. If you're a woman, you might find easy certain things, like that is out of place, or this is, not the right color or not the right shade or whatever. But if you're a woman, you might find yourself having problems with spatial things, because the brain of a man is different. Men are more focusing on spatial and distances and stuff, but they suck at doing things like recognizing, 8 shades of red or something like that. It's just, very weird. We are built different. This is also going to teach you the importance of you having a team that doesn't have only men. Because men are going to be stronger, yes, but they're not going to have the same abilities as a woman. And they might not find spots for hiding, and they might not find themselves, ready to take on certain risk that a woman might be willing to take, because we are different. We are wired differently. And it's also very interesting when it comes to dealing with leadership. When you're dealing with the leadership, if the leadership is for a woman, almost everyone will question it, like every step of the way. And it will be very hard. And however, if a guy is doing the leadership and everybody trusts him, if he screws up, I swear every single person will hate, and I do mean hate, and will call him out, and they will never ever trust him again. However, if the guy is kind of decent in the way he handles things, he will be considered a leader and everybody will follow him. So it's kind of weird how you can learn leadership dynamics and followers dynamics throughout these games. And it's very interesting also to understand the patterns that people will take about emergency exits. Most people will go towards the right, and instead of going towards the left. And some people in certain ways will go towards the left more frequently than they go towards the right. So understanding this will kind of help you out when you want to avoid crowds. So my God, I would like to participate in one of these freaking games, because it's kind of interesting, because you will have to figure out a hell of a lot of things that it using hard times, or in your house, or in your planning as a prepper or whatever. You're not probably going to be doing, because you are not thinking on your feet in these things. But this is a very, very cool way to handle things. And anyway, I hope this information was helpful, so thank you for watching.